Now, I am what I'd like to call a foreseer of certain things. Sometimes you don't have to know a person, but you can see a person. You can talk to a person. You can build a relationship with someone. And sometimes you just see things in someone, not necessarily on someone. Dwayne Wade spoke out recently. Well, not just recently, but over some period of time in regard to his childhood and what it was like for him to play dress up. Now, as a child, I don't recall any of male cousins, uncles, or anyone dressing up in heels and a dress. I don't know that it was because it wasn't allowed or they just never wanted to do it. I'm going to go with they never wanted to do it. But Dwayne Wade says that that's what makes it easy for him or easier for him to accept his son, now daughter, Zaya Wade. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union gave birth to a son. In God's eyes, it was a son. Their eyes, it was a son. In our eyes, it was a son. But in his son's eyes, he was a girl. And I cannot say that I understand or that I agree with the decisions that have been made. But when it's all said and done, Zaya is not my child. What they agreed to do and to be okay with is their right. We all live in our own truth. We all live in our own world. We have to be accepting to a degree, but not wholeheartedly. Accepting in the term of understanding, not accepting in a way of agreement. You can agree to disagree on any subject, and this is where I agree to disagree. I believe that if a child is born a male, he is exactly that, a male. If a girl is born as a girl, she should grow into a young woman. I only say this because if we are allowing our young men to become young women, and we are allowing our young women to become young men, where does the reproduction go? How are we reproducing? How are we still having a future if we are allowing our children to stray away from what God created them as? And I'm not saying, oh, I'm holier than thou. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever. I believe you should do what you feel is right in your heart. However, there is some checks and balances that go along with that. I want our young men to grow up and be fathers. I want our young women to grow up and to be mothers. But how can you if you can't reproduce? Yes, there are other options. Let's not be naive. You know, there's surrogacy. There's VIF. There's adoption. There's people giving away their children. They're just people who don't give a damn about their kids and they just leave them at home and they go on and do what they got to do. There are a number of ways to obtain children. However, Some children don't feel truly loved because the person that's loving them isn't their bloodline. And I don't just speak on this because I feel like I have something to say. I speak on this because it's a part of my truth. On another note, I believe that Dwayne and Gabrielle Union support their daughter, Zaya, wholeheartedly. As a parent, sometimes you have to grit your teeth, bite your tongue, and go with the flow. But I have to agree to disagree. Leave your comment down below. Please be respectful. And I will respond, and or King Kush will respond. Either way, we're a team, and we may not share all of the same thoughts, but when it's all said and done, we agree. We have to align ourselves together because we are a team. Dwayne and Gabrielle are aligning themselves together, as a married couple should do. Hit that like button. Subscribe now. We just want to hold a conversation. Let's talk about it.